again. So when the body relaxes, and I talked a little bit about the different things you might experience when the twitching, the relaxing, the breathing differences. It, pretty much like with craniosacral, you're trying to jumpstart homeostasis in the body. So a part of that, you might hear their stomach start grumbling really loudly, and they'll apologize, but it's a good sign, which means that digestion is kicking in, and that's a big part of homeostasis. When we're sleeping, there's a lot of digestion that happens, so it's just getting everything going and flowing. So that's just one thing. If you do happen to hear like growling tummies, that's normal. So with the occiput, to remember for that, it is the foundation, so it's the bottom of the skull, and everything that's happening with the flushing and opening of the meninges and then flushing down the dural tube, which is a key term that I did not say. The dural tube wraps around the spinal cord is the meninges. So the meninges come down and wrap around the spinal cord. It's called the dural tube. As all of that happens, the occiput is the base, and if it's off, then everything else is going to be off in the skull. So the first thing that we are going to visit or revisit is CV4. So everybody knows CV4 from Swedish and also from deep tissue. So it's the volleyball hold. With craniosacral, you want to make sure that the occiput is resting on the thanars. So when you come under, occiput's resting right there. So I come in this way, and I keep my thumbs already tucked in, so I don't have to worry about trying to tuck them in when I get under. So I just kind of come in, cup, and then come back. So then they're resting on my thenar. Naturally, when you do this, it's compressing the occiput. So it stops it from rotating in and out. I'm gonna pull my hands right back out, Joanna, I'm sorry. But as it moves inferiorly, it's rocking. So it's rocking out, rocking in, rocking out, rocking in. Sacrum's doing the same thing. So they're rocking out, rocking in at opposites. So going like that. So when you come in, you're stopping that flow. They also call the CV4 hold a still point. So you're inducing a still point in the craniosacral rhythm. So it actually stops. And if there's any kind of problems that you might be feeling within the fascial body, it's just kind of interrupting that. It's because I'm like, where are my thoughts? What was I going to say? So yeah, just revisiting CV4. Just make sure that you're doing it correctly. Like I said, occiput should be resting on the thenar. After you go into the occiput, you slowly come out, and you're just going to cup the occiput. After you go into CV4, you're going to slowly come out and cup the occiput and just kind of let the muscle and the fascia relax by causing a thixotropic effect. So the heat of your hands heating up that muscle and bone lets everything relax. You hold that for a little while. After you go into that, you're going to come into platform. So you want to come all the way up when you do platform. You can't see it because of Joanna's hair, but occiput is not touching my palms at all. So they're completely lifted up with my fingertips. And then slowly, as the body relaxes, as the thixotropic effect takes place, they relax down into your palms. If you guys could see her, she slowly came down into my palm. A little bit more. Her left side is not moving as fast as her right side. Same thing with this hold. You want to make sure that you're not holding any tension in your shoulders, any kind of stressors you might be dealing with. You leave it outside before you go in. If you're having any kind of tension in your shoulders, they can actually feel that. So it interrupts that 5 grams of pressure that you're using. It causes more pressure. With there already being pressure from the gravity of the weight of their head. Heads are heavy. So the heaviness of their head. I'm gonna let her out, and I'll show you guys without her. So come in, do CV4. She's resting in there. So the volleyball hold. After you let her rest there for a little while, you come out and just cup the occiput. After you're done cupping the occiput, you don't move your hands. I move my hands, but you cup it and you come straight into a platform. So you're lifting her all the way up. Fingertips are lined up with the nuchal line. So right along the nuchal line, you're lifting her up like she's on a pedestal. That's the best way to describe it. So lift her up on the pedestal. Sometimes when they're relaxing down into your palm. If they're having a hard time, you can use these pinkies and just kind of do little circles. Just kind of relax the muscles, massage them a little bit to kind of get them to relax a little bit more. But any kind of spinal injuries, stiffness in their neck, back, it can take a little while for the muscle to release there. You guys have any questions about it? You want me to do it again?
Are you feeling the rhythms on this one?
With CV4, you might feel some movement.
Okay.
So if there's any kind of restrictions in the occiput, in that fascial area, you might feel like some wobbling, you might feel some shifting, but you're not necessarily going to feel the actual rhythm taking place because you're stopping it. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Guys, got any questions? Want me to do it again? We're good? Okay.
Well, you stopped after that point. What do you do afterwards? You just go
Just let
into.
them know.
Okay.
Yeah, just let them out. That's all we're